What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I just finished watching episode 17, season 1 of Dragon Ball. My reaction will be under my YouTube memberships for those of you who do not know, or if you're new here. It's just a few little perks for members only, a few little extra things that you get from me. So I've got 2 levels of memberships over there. Level 1 is for $2.99 and you get priority replies from me, special polls, live streams. Level 2 is for $4.99 and you get everything that level 1 has, plus you get all of my reactions to all the shows I watch, any movies I watch, and all of my uncut Try Not to Laughs. So go over there and check that out. Please, trust me, you don't want to miss my reactions to these shows. We got tons of shows over there, a couple of movies, and I do have a few Try Not to Laughs. So that's always good because sometimes, things happen and I have to kind of move things over there. So but anyway, so in this episode, we see that Krillin and Goku are starting their training with Master Roshi. Now, it started off with, of course, Master Roshi being a creeper as per the usual. But they're all kind of like sleeping and everything, and we see that Launch sneezed in the middle of the night, and she woke up just blasting her gun at Goku because he was the one sleeping next to her. So anyway, Goku and Krillin ended up getting ready and they were so excited. So they Master Roshi were getting them ready, so they had to do stuff before breakfast. So they're like, all right, let's go for a little walk. So they ended up walking to this milk farm, I guess. And they ended up coming across this goat. And so Master Roshi was looking at the delivery route. And they were like, yeah, like this is my delivery route. So he was like, all right, we're going to deliver these for you. So he had Krillin and Goku grab a case of milk each. Now, mind you, they had to deliver these bottles of milk before breakfast. They had to do this on foot. The goat was like, look, I've got this helicopter right here. He's like, nah, they're not going to need that. So he was like, all right, let's go ahead and skip to where we need to go. So I guess they kind of thought that they were going to skip the first house. No, they literally had to skip to the first house to get there. So they're skipping away, and Krillin's like, oh, this isn't too bad. I heard that Master Roshi, is really hard, but I haven't broken a sweat. And so when they finally got to grabbing those milk cartons, the milk crates, man, they had to skip 3 miles, right? To go deliver these milk bottles. Then they had to go and walk another 2 miles to get to the next destination. They were walking. They got chased by what looked like a dinosaur. They had to go zigzag through the trees, and Krillin is always trying to find a loophole somewhere. So he tried a shortcut, and he had to start all over again. And so Master Roshi was like, all right, let's just take a few of these steps up. And the steps up to the next house was literally like a whole mountain. And so they were struggling so bad. So when they got to the top, Master Roshi was sitting here smoking his little cig or whatever. And he was telling Goku, he was like, your grandfather, Gohan, and I forgot the other name that he said, they would do this every day, nonstop, without a complaint, And it ended up not being true. He was just looking to get, Goku, giving him like a little push. Krillin, on the other hand, it was so funny because throughout the whole ordeal, they had to go over a river. Like, it was nuts. So then finally they got up to the house, and it was someone who Master Roshi used to, it was a monk who Master Roshi used to teach. So when he got up there, he was talking to him, and they finally delivered their last bottle of milk. And he was like, you need to listen to them, respect them. And he was like, well, how's their training going? He was like, oh, they're pretty good. And so they started talking about this tournament coming up in 8 months. So it's funny because through the whole training, like, Krillin was so worried about being tired, and all Goku wanted to do was drink milk. Like, Goku just seemed to be just on go all the time, which is good for him, I guess, in this training. But when he got tired, Master Roshi gave him that little story about Gohan, but it wasn't really true. But it gave him the umph that he needed to finish the delivery. So they were talking about this tournament, and he was just like, I guess if they want to, basically it depends on how hard they train, they can, enter the tournament. And so Krillin knew about the tournament, but Goku had no idea what this tournament was about. So Krillin was telling him that all of the like greatest fighters were going to be in this tournament, and it's a tournament to see who's the best fighter out of everyone. And so Goku's eyes perked up and he was like, "Oh, like, I want to be part of that." Now, we also know that Yamcha is training for this as well. So it skips over to where Yamcha and Bulma and Poir and Oolong are all still together, and they're watching him take on all of these guys. Then you see this big, he sounded Italian, but this huge bald guy. And I was like, oh man, like, I don't know if he's going to take him. But Yamcha literally like knocked him clean off. So at this point, there must have been 20 people like knocked out in the corner of this little gym or whatever. So Bulma was like, aren't you worried? Because, Goku is somewhere training with Master Roshi. And Master Roshi is like the best trainer out there. So, Yamcha's just like, I'm not worried. I hope that Goku is at this tournament because he want to give him some smoke, So they're all basically going through this training. So this is just the beginning. So finally, when Goku and Krillin got to the end of their morning training, Master Roshi is like, all right, well, here, let's start our mid-morning training. They're like, what? Even I was like, what? After all of that, they've got mid-morning training? Like, they haven't even eaten breakfast or anything. So they've got 8 months to train for this big tournament. So I guess now the story is going to go on in regards to this tournament and their training and what they have to go through to get there and all this craziness. So it's getting really interesting. So I really enjoyed this episode. Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode when you guys saw it. Let me know if you enjoyed my review. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodles!